G'day everybody, welcome back to The Altars. Hope you're all doing well today. In the previous episode, unfortunately, we lost Molly, the companion sheep that we used to test out the Rupidium that we found in this planet. And it died because of some very, strange circumstances. We're still trying to get down to the root cause of what happened to it. So we're going to need to try and build an MRI scanning module or upgrade for the infirmary. And that is definitely something that should be, on the cards. Hopefully this episode or perhaps maybe the next. There are a few other problems that we need to deal with. Including the, limited amount of storage that we currently have, and also, making food. So, I might start the episode by taking a look at who's doing what. It appears there's nothing that can be researched anymore. I mean, there's probably more stuff that we could just simply research if we wanted to, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using quick crafting. Perhaps maybe the Luminator range might not be a bad idea, since some of those anomalies are getting a little bit further away, and also if we're to follow some of the veins, then perhaps maybe this might help reveal where those veins are leading to. Let's see here. Quicker anomaly neutralization. I don't know about that. I don't think we really have a problem with neutralization at the moment, although maybe dealing with the time dilation anomalies might make us change our minds on that. I might get the Luminator range, and I don't know about quick crafting or anomaly shield at the moment, but at the very least we can get that, and it doesn't seem like there's much more that's been unlocked. I would really like to be able to research some of this stuff when we do have the resources for it. So, anyway, let's leave the scientist in the research lab, and we're gonna have to sort of decide what other people are doing here. So the refinery, we do have a few things coming out in the refinery. We can leave all of that there for the time being. I think we can shift the technician into the kitchen so he can continue work on producing some food. And what's the botanist doing? He's in the workshop. Okay, right. We've got the hook upgrade on the way, and then the gravity sensor after that. You know, what I think we could do is... I'm just looking at our minerals amounts here. So, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna need, a little bit more minerals for this hook upgrade. But then, we've also got the MRI upgrade that's going to need more of those minerals as well. Yeah. Actually, we've already got enough for the hook upgrade because we're already progressing the hook upgrade right now, aren't we? I'm just sort of thinking about whether or not I want to shift the botanist into the greenhouse, which I think I do want to do because that should speed up the production of raw food. And I might get the miner to work on the workshop just for the time being. We can come back to mining minerals once the hook is completed. That's the plan, I think. So, just checking. It doesn't look like anyone wants to speak to us just yet, so that's good. Which means we should be able to just simply leave. And yeah, I need to rearrange all the connections that we've got in this area, right? So we've got a whole bunch of normal pylons, obviously connecting stuff in this area. I need to connect the metals deposit as well. So what I might do is add a few more pylons here. We'll maybe get the hub pylon set up in the center over here. I think that might be a decent plan. So yeah, let's get out there and let's do the work. So what do I need to do to start though? Perhaps maybe just collect these two pylons and the hub pylon, and then we sort of start connecting things near the minerals outpost. So we'll grab you. Yeah, it's nice that we don't have to deal with all of those anomalies anymore, which is good. Not enough storage space. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I forget that the pylons do require storage space as well. Let's just connect this up first. That way, we're just freeing up a little bit of space. Okay, and then now we should be able to retrieve this.
Looks like we're running out of storage space.
Yep. So how do we deal with not having enough storage space? I wonder if it's maybe not such a bad idea to simply have, like, various people stop gathering resources and just using resources. That might not be a bad idea. So let's see. I could just simply produce more food. So they're upholding 10, but I think what we could do is just add like another 5 to that. And then the workshop, I think what we could do is this rupidium is actually costing us quite a lot of storage space, isn't it? Like, I wonder if I know this could be, like, really bad because, you know, the reason why we're here in the first place is to mine rupidium, but I kind of need storage space. And the rupidium isn't exactly doing us too much right now. Another thing that I could potentially do is get myself some polymers. Why do I not have the option for more polymers here, though? Or is that a one-off thing for the storyline? Because I could perhaps make some polymers and just have like a steady supply, or, well, not a steady supply, but like at least a small supply of it for when we need it. Yeah, I mean, there's no option for more polymers here. Anyway, that should sort our storage for a little bit. And yeah, let's continue sorting out our pylon issue. Yeah, this is looking really good, actually. So the real issue, though, is I want to make sure that we get the connection from the other side as well, which we are getting. So if I place the hub pylon somewhere there. We should be able to complete those connections. And yeah, that looks relatively efficient to me. Now, we probably need to just connect up this metals deposit. But really comes down to this hook upgrade. I think it's done, actually, which means I should be able to make that climb, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to this vein. Where is it? Should be right here somewhere, right? Okay, let's give this climb a go. 3. Man, that's painful. Yeah, here we go. Good stuff. I won't worry about extracting any minerals or rupidium for the time being. Just because we are dealing with a storage issue at the moment. Oh, these guys are chasers. Let's use our energy on these guys. Alright, and then... what is this? Okay, that's an energy gate.
Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
Minerals outpost. Hang on, let's have a think. I probably don't need more minerals right now. I could probably go with maybe organics.
Jan, we need to discuss something.
Okay. Oh! Oh no, okay, I took radiation there. Is this a chaser? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, I have run out of energy though, so I won't actually be able to do the last part of the vein right now, but that's okay. I can just simply go back and grab me some energy, and we can return back. Let me also just take a look at what we should be getting people to work on. I know I've got certain limits going on for production, but I think we can afford to top things up a little bit more, right? So we've got a raw food package because we're trying to make, well, we're trying to uphold the amount. But I think we could probably just do, like, another one. He's doing one more cooked meal, which is good. Oh yes, that's right, we found the chip the other day. We should get the qubit chip. I think that might give us another slot for another altar. So we should try to get that. And... yeah. I'm seriously considering reducing rubidium even more, but maybe we do that after the qubit chip is done. And once it is, in fact, I'll put the miner in the workshop just to start production on that, because I'm not too desperate on organics just yet. So, but we will be getting a little bit desperate a little bit later on, though. Let's put that as a priority. Illuminator range. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Let's just do that recharge. I'll have a chat with the botanist when we're done for the day.
Should I take care of this now?
The refinery. Probably not. I'm just thinking about what else we can do. Yeah, actually, I should put the miner back to work mining. This is probably not the most efficient thing to do, because I believe there's a little bit of travel time that you lose for all of the different alters to get to, you know, their workplaces, but that's alright. So technician can continue working to try and get that chip crafted. And I'm not entirely sure what he needs to do after that. We've got plenty of storage now, so I could potentially get him to, you know, work on mining. Grab that, and yeah, let's hit this vein. Planetary samples. Nice. So, with that in hand, I think we should try to unlock something in our economy. So I'm just taking a look at what options we have. Advanced Enriched Metals Outpost. Is this a better thing to try and work on? To try to get more organics and metals at the same time? That's sort of a question that's going through my mind at the moment, because so far with the refining, it seems like you can make organics and metals out of enriched metals. It, you know, we haven't seen any other resource that we would need to refine into from enriched metals. 40% faster than a basic one. This one is 30% faster, but then you'd have to refine it. I guess it might come down to which altar we get to do, you know, other types of work, right? We've seen the one that might be very efficient at refining things. But I am also keen on having medical professionals, right, to try and get rid of injuries a lot faster. Advanced Metals Outpost. 30% faster than a basic one. Non-metals for rubidium, organics, and minerals. Non-metals efficiency. I imagine these might give us equivalent sort of efficiency bonuses as well. I think I'm gonna go with the non-metals, purely because we had an issue trying to gather organics in the previous area, and if we need to sort of do last-minute gathering of organics, then we should be able to do it faster with this. So yeah, let's spend. So that'll be our next point of research. We can keep the scientist where he is. So happy about that. Let's just look around this area before the day ends. Yeah, okay, it leads to further areas. I might try to work my way in here just to see what's going on in there. I know it reduces or removes our charge immediately, but oh, okay, there's some minerals here as well. Is it entirely necessary to set up like more outposts, considering we've already discovered like all types of resources nearby? Oh, speaking of resources, I haven't... Actually, no, I don't need another organics. I've got organics going on already. Yeah, the one that I need to set up is the metals, actually, so... Right, yeah, we've still got plenty of time today, so let's just see if we can break through these rocks, see what's on the other side. More minerals. There's a lot of minerals here. Or actually, no, this is one deposit. I suppose maybe the outpost might be somewhere in here. So... let's try to explore in that direction, although perhaps maybe it's not a bad idea to grab some energy. And we may as well get like a lot of our exploration done, because on some of the later days we won't really have a lot of time to spend outside before the radiation starts becoming a problem. I'm keen on trying to find more of our cargo, wherever that might be. Yeah, so there's a little bit more going on down here. We could get around the energy gate by going around, but I might do that a little bit later, once we figure out what's going on down here. A bit more rupidium. Metals is definitely becoming a bit of a worry right now, so I want to try and fetch metals as much as possible. Whoop. Okay, we've got probably a pulsating one. There's one of the cores. Let's get rid of it. I'm not sure where the other core is, actually. There. Okay, that was a tricky one to deal with. Damaged chip. Damaged chip found in a cargo drop. Perhaps it can be repaired. Nice! Another chip. So, do we just simply... produce this immediately? With the amount of metals that we have, perhaps maybe I might keep that for a little bit later. So nothing going on in the workshop at the moment. I think maybe we can put the technician into the kitchen. You can do maybe another 5 cooked meals. Just to make use of them, you know, and I'm just double checking that people are actually working on stuff. I think they are. Although it's getting close to the end of the day, so... Some more stuff going on up there. Perhaps maybe there's going to be a metal deposit somewhere here. Okay, I was gonna say, can I get back out? Oh, alright. Another sort of gate thing. Which leads... Yeah, okay, back to an area that we've already been to. Bit of rupidium there. That's fine. Actually don't have enough energy. Do I want to use my battery here? I guess it's sort of towards the end of the day now. Yeah, we need to explore a bit more, I feel. I'm just having a think. Is it better for me to set up a metals deposit here, or would it be better to set one up in this area? And the only reason I'm sort of thinking about that is whether or not I want to use these outposts as a fast travel location, right? This one does present a bit of a challenge though, because I'd need to be able to connect it back to, you know, one of these connections, obviously, and it's probably going to be a lot more challenging than setting something up here, which, you know, I think the connection's going to be pretty straightforward. And one thing's for sure, I'll need energy, and radiation is coming in very soon. I don't know about breaking down the rocks here. We probably don't need to do that. My guess is the outpost is going to be pretty centralized. Alright, it's home time because radiation's coming through soon. And I think I'm gonna come back here, and I think we're going to set up the metals outpost here instead of the previous place that we've already found. I think it's a good idea, just so that we've got access to different spots to fast travel to make it easier for us for traversal. There's a lot of stuff that we haven't explored just yet. Oh, look at all of that. Yeah, there's all of this. So yeah, there's plenty of places that we need to try to get to. Just looking over here, there's another space there. We need to spend 3 energy to get there. So yeah, a lot of stuff to try and think about, traversal-wise, that is.
Molly's grave.
Oh, Molly's grave.
Couldn't have chosen a better place for her myself.
Okay. Oh, and it
Rest in peace, brave little sheep.
zooms in. the closer we get. Very interesting. Yeah, poor sheep. Still not sure what happened to it, but... Anyway, time to have a chat with the botanist, I think, and we'll see what he has to say. He's in the social room. You alright, mate? What's going on? You wanted to talk?
There was something you wanted to talk about. Yeah. This journey. It's taking longer than I thought. Gives me more time to think. Practice all those theoretical scenarios in my head again.
What theoretical scenarios?
What scenarios are we talking about exactly? The way it's gonna play out? When I finally appear on Lena's doorstep? Will I catch her after her morning run, or does she not do that anymore? And where does she even live? But most of all, will she be happy to see me? Or will it scare the shit out of her?
Yeah, things are gonna start getting a little bit tough, right? Like, I think he's under the impression that he's going to actually go back to Lena. Whereas, I think the bigwigs have a different idea of what's gonna happen to the alters. Plus, there's this mysterious death of, you know, Molly, and the fact that we're not even sure if any of the alters are actually going to survive past a certain, let's say, quote-unquote, expiry date. This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it?
You know what? I should be mad at you for getting distracted like that. But I totally get it. This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Just tell me at least if she still watches that stupid comedy show. You know, the one about a bunch of eggheads trying to make a video game that sells. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. She'd eat a packet of roasted peanuts and laugh her ass off. Right. And then it was, honey, I'm out of peanuts. You're not going to the store by any chance? Oh man, exactly. I loved that. I hated that. Huh. You're gonna think this is funny, but I'm experiencing this strange feeling when we talk about our common memories with her. Like an annoying itch that I can't scratch. I think I might be jealous. Jealous? Of whom? Me? No, not who. More like jealous of what? All those things I shared with her, intimate moments, I thought they were just between me and her. Now, I have to live with the fact that you had them too.
Bro, we're clones of each other. What do you expect? Does it make them worth less?
So? Even if I did, does it reduce the value of what you shared with her? Maybe not objectively, but it's hard to be cool about it. All those thoughts, such as, did she feel the same way with him or was it different for her? It's like with being cheated on. Sometimes it can be easier to accept it when it's just physical. But it can be much more painful when it actually involves feelings. And someone else suddenly enters a space that was supposed to only belong to the two of you. The conversations you had, that restaurant you liked together, the music you shared.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was a time when I thought Lena was cheating on me. What? Things were already beyond repair for us. I think I just needed to blame someone else for it. Find an easy explanation as to why she was so distant from me. Was it true? No. And I can see now how childish it was of me. And I know it's not very mature to be feeling what I'm feeling now. But that's just jealousy for you. It's not rational in any way. Still, you just can't help it. And all it does is make your mind go crazy.
Love is incomplete without it.
Still, love wouldn't be what it is without it. You think? I know some people say there's nothing like a little jealousy to keep the fire burning. But it also lets in something toxic. Suspicion. Possessiveness. All those things love should go without. What do you think? I really can't say. Maybe it's because love has so many faces. Who can say if a passionate affair is better than steady family love?
I guess that depends on the person you are.
I suppose that depends on the person you are. Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't have touched on this subject in the first place. What? Why not? It's opening up too many wounds. I guess I just miss her. Simple as that. I hope she calls again soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Anytime.
Alright, well that was unexpected. I thought there was a problem we needed to address, but I guess it's just conversation that we needed to, have. I'm just looking at all of our guys here. He's feeling okay. Something's brought him down. He looks a little bit annoyed. Okay. We gotta address people's feelings now. I guess Molly's death has kind of brought people down a little bit. One thing that I do want to do right now though is I want to go to the QC to see if we have the option to get more altars at this point, because we did get that qubit chip, right? Upgrade available, nice. Yep, let's do level 3. And has that also enabled more research? Possibly. And yes, we do have the ability to get one more altar. I think it's about time. So we could get a doctor. Or a refiner. I'm thinking we stay with the doctor. I don't know about getting a guard and disciplining altars. That seems a little harsh. Yeah, let's do it. So at 15 years old, without thinking, another shitty day at school, you're taking the longer route home. Hey, what's that fight about? The girl shouts for help. She's looking straight at you. You should intervene. Instinctively, without thinking, you lunge forward. They take her wallet and start running. Before you know it, you're chasing them. Let's alterate. Finally, a use of our Rapidium. And yeah, if anything, we could always use a spare set of hands to help us with, other things going on in the base. And also outside of it, obviously, because there's no reason why he can't work on other things. Doesn't have to heal people constantly, but we've been pretty good at avoiding injuries and stuff like that for the most part. So Dr. Yan, we should try to... Ooh, and we can get a shrink Yan as well. I don't know, that could be interesting. This one gives us Worker Yan, plus 50% efficiency when crafting items in the workshop. And I think we're about to get another qubit chip, right? So we could potentially unlock this. I don't know, do we need a shrink? I am getting this inkling that the miner might have some kind of psychological issue later on down the track because of the injection that we gave him. But, yeah, anyway. One thing at a time. Let's go to the room and we'll start the process of, getting this altar and, oh, okay, yeah, it's already in the process. So, apparently we need some base repairs, so we should try to organize that. I think I'll try to organize people before we even start. So, base maintenance, let's get the technician onto that, and I'm just thinking about whether or not we want to gather more organics. I suppose that's not too bad, but once we get the metals outpost set up, we should try to get the metals going. Research, yes. We should queue up more research. Suit upgrade 2. We need 2 of those planetary samples, though. Yikes. Well, we'll try to keep that in mind. And we need more planetary samples for a lot of this stuff. ALX metals conversion. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Mining metals 15% faster. Let's go with the non-metals efficiency. And then once that's done, I think I'll go with the ALX metals conversion. Alright, time for bed. And, I really want to get this metals outpost set up so we can shift the miner's priority to that when we need it. Oh yes, that's right, we've got another altar ready as well. We better have a chat with them, wake them up and make sure that they're ready for work. And that means we need a dormitory, right? So if we need a dormitory, that means we're gonna need more organics to, I guess, move the base. I don't know when we're going to be able to get like a bigger organics tank. Mate, it's time to wake up.
Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Well, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not.
I wouldn't have put it better.
Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself. You're on the mission you were supposed to depart on, but circumstances have changed, and you're someone slightly different than you think you are. Huh. You look like me. You seem to know me well. I feel like I'm looking into a distorted mirror. Is this some kind of metaphysical experience?
Great accent. He's got like some kind of southern twang to him. On the contrary.
On the contrary, it's all very physical. Really? Yeah, I'll explain everything, but first I need to go through some routine questions with you. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolsky. I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong?
I'll be honest with you. A lot went wrong.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of things went wrong. This will sound disturbing, but my name is Jan Dolsky, too. I'm the one who went on this mission, but things got complicated and I needed help. So, I decided to create alternative versions of myself with different memories of their lives, different skills, and you're one of them. What? Wait, does that mean, yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to. I wanted to make amends.
Make amends? For what, though? Plenty of good deeds to be done here.
And you can still do that, believe me, plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so impeccable. And my tattoo, it's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it.
Death is something we're trying to avoid.
Death is something we're trying to avoid. That's why you're here. Okay. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest.
Okay. So, a couple of things. He sounds like perhaps maybe he could be religious in some manner. I don't know if there's a religion in this timeline, like a you know, something, you know, that the developers have come up with. Or perhaps maybe something had happened in his past and he's trying to redeem himself. That's what it sounds like anyway. Yeah, okay, so I was getting a little excited about getting another altar, but not realizing that now we're going to need another dormitory as a result. So, yeah, this could be a little bit more complicated. A bit, more complicated for us to leave this place. So yeah, the tank capacity is an issue, right? Do we have research that's gonna help us with the tank capacity? Yes. Base expansion. Alright. That's definitely a priority. What the hell is this? Okay, an unknown technology. Yeah, we should get the base expansion immediately. I mean, we're not super desperate right now, but at some point we're going to get there. So I think I'll sleep better at night knowing that we have the ability to actually move this bloody thing when the time comes. So, let's go with a dormitory, and I think what I'll do is... might place the dormitory... oh, I'm just trying to think here. So we've got the infirmary there. We do have a gym, right? Just trying to see how I can fit certain things in. I suppose I don't need to be too fussy. I can always rearrange stuff later. But, yeah, now we're at 464. Organics to leave. Yeah, so he should be pretty happy with the dorm, right? Because I believe the dorm can only take 4 altars. Was it 4 or was it 5? I think maybe... yeah, sorry, it's 4 altars, so now we have 5, so we need another one. And if we do end up getting another one, then we won't really need to worry about more dormitory space, which is good. Let's see. Food farm. Unlocks food farms, which can be placed anywhere on an organics area to automatically create 3 raw food per day. Ooh, that's interesting. Food farm efficiency. So instead of having an organics outpost, you can use one of those outposts as a food farm instead. I like that idea. I mean, we need to get the base expansion before we can even get this, right? So, After metals conversion, I think I might do advanced metals. Go into metals efficiency and, I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, metals efficiency 4. Automatic mining outpost. I think this is good. Then that would free up all of our altars to be doing other stuff, right? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here, but we do want to go back out, and we want to actually set up an outpost out here. So what's the quickest way for us to get there? I guess I don't really have any shortcuts right now, aside from going through this energy gate, which I don't want to do, obviously. But as soon as I get there, I'm gonna need to, I guess, deal with a whole bunch of anomalies. So I'll be expending a lot of my energy that way. Let's get to it. Plenty of work to be done. So, Yan the Doctor... I don't know what we should do with him just yet. I don't exactly want to mine for minerals right now, because nothing calls for it just yet. don't know if I should go here or... I think I might want to climb down.
Can I help with that?
Sure. You can go to the kitchen and do some work there. If anything, I'm thinking maybe the work in the refinery can continue. We just get rid of like all of this stuff, because we've got a lot of ALX. And more organics would be good just to continue with making more food. And speaking of food, yeah, we've got more cooked meals coming up, so that's good. So I need to bust through rocks. Do I need to do that, or... At the very least, I might need to just get rid of this. What happened to all of our energy? You know what? I'm gonna use a battery here. I think it makes sense. Okay, so that should at least let me get through. And yeah, let's start probing around. I do want to find more veins, because we need to unlock a lot of that research. And the sooner we do that, the better, I think. So what's going on up here? I do see some kind of a crashed pod. Which means... yeah, okay. Here's the cargo. Skipping rope. A skipping rope I brought during my brief fascination with BJJ. I believed it would help me bulk up, but of course I have quickly abandoned it. I stumbled upon the skipping rope while packing and putting it in the bag in case I felt like exercising during the mission. Band t-shirt. A torn t-shirt signed by the drummer of the Crooked Testers. I used to have so much fun at their gigs. For years, they were competing with another local band, Liverpool Bugs. I hated anyone who listened to Liverpool Bugs. A holy war between fans, but then both bands joined forces to fight the record company that was ripping them off.
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
Yes, you did. Well, I guess maybe at least one of these items might be good for one of the altars that we already have. I don't know about the skipping rope, though. Let's see. We need the scanner. Again, I'm just making a guess here, but I reckon it should be up here somewhere. We've got quite a few of these scanning rods to work with now. Okay. I could do a scan wave, but I reckon it's just down there, so I'm gonna do without the scan wave for now. Yeah, I was certain that it was gonna be up there, but I guess maybe it might be here. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's down below. I will do a scan now. Yeah, it's actually down below. Didn't need to work my way all the way up here. Although, I'm glad to have found the...
All done here.
the cargo. Hang on a sec. How do I get back down? Just down there. Okay, so these are going to be a problem now, so... Alright, so... more scanning. There we go. Alright. Outpost going in. And... pylons going in as well, right? We better sort of plan for how to do this. So... my hope is that we can get maybe a few pylons up this way and then connect it to... I don't know if this is close enough to the central hub pylon, but I might check to see what's going on here right next to the Rupidium. Okay, we've got a bit of a chaser there. Right. I'm gonna need to deal with that. So... that means I'm gonna need to go back to base. Have we been through there? Not exactly. We know that it's a minerals deposit, but there could be other stuff here. Like anomalies, I guess. And chasing ones at that. Okay, well, let's head back then. Yeah, I think we should uphold a suit battery, now that I'm thinking about it.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Sure, you can work on the workshop. But yeah, I guess we might have a bit of a backlog in the workshop because of the low amount of metals that we have at the moment. Might not be a bad idea to see if we can reduce the cost of climbing some of the steeper cliffs. Okay, so let's see if we can push through here. So, here's a Rupidium deposit, which I don't think we've found any other Rupidium deposits before, so it's good to know. And, you know, we could spend some time trying to set things up here as well, but it's not really a priority for now. Doesn't look like there's a way down. Trying to consider whether or not I want to make the connection through here or go up, like, near the Rupidium. It might not be a bad idea to go through the Rupidium vein. And the only reason why I say that is because if we do end up needing to set up for the Rupidium,
Take care of this now.
then at least the infrastructure is already going to be there. God, alright. That's all of our, Oh my god. You're joking. That is... that is a problem. I think we can definitely do a connection up here. Can't seem to see... time dilation. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay, time dilation is going on down there. I see. Okay, all good, all good. We should still be able to get this connection set up. Need to get rid of the time dilation anomaly, but more importantly, I think we need to get rid of some of those other anomalies, like up top, the wall of anomalies that we just saw. So I'll need... Oh, I've got battery. That's okay. Since we're already down here, I may as well do a recharge. We are going to be a little bit pressed for time, considering the time of day. We might need to tank some radiation tonight to get things set up. I don't mind, as long as we can get back before passing out, obviously. Okay, so time dilation I will deal with later on. I think I'm more interested in just getting rid of all of these to begin with. I probably don't even need to like hit all of them, to be honest. I could just do a certain section, and if I set something up right here, yeah, I should be able to make the connection, so let's do it. Oh no, I don't have a pylon. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Oh no. Okay. What? So, I think I've got a bit of a limit to work with here. Well, we've seen that limit before. The amount of pylons that we can actually build. Is that purely because I simply don't have enough pylons, or there's a limit to the number itself, like hard limit by the game? I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh my god, we might pass out. Let's go. Oh, man. Alright. I may need to spend some time in the infirmary on the next day because of our reckless actions. Oh well, I mean, it happened. Let me just take a look at what we've got queued up. Oh, nothing queued up in research apparently, so that's not good. Let's go base expansion, that's definitely... Ooh, okay. Personal cabins. Now that would be interesting to get into. I wonder if personal cabins are lighter or if they're heavier in total per altar. Yeah, we could consider it, actually. ALX to metals. Sounds good to me. Yeah, and we've got to wait, obviously, until we can get anything else. Right. Having a sleep and calling the episode here, I reckon. I think this has gone on for a little bit longer than usual. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough so far. I'm really enjoying this game, in fact, guys. I am loving the challenge and loving the story, and I can't wait to sort of see where the game takes us, and some of the sort of moral dilemmas that we might have to face with down the line. It looks like the miner needs to speak to us as well, and judging by his face, he doesn't look too happy, so I don't know what that's all about, but we're about to find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, drop me a like down below, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.